Good morning. It is a chilly, foggy Friday as fall is definitely in the air. It might not officially be fall, but it is starting to feel like it. So I'm going to try to keep today's video a little bit on the brief side. If you'd like any of the details of the last week, statistics, pending sales, all that kind of good stuff, go to my website, enjoybendlife.com/blog. Click on the last report, which was September 14th, and you'll be able to see everything that happened. There's also a bunch of great reports on there, market trends, market reports, things that will break down what's going on in our market. I am Reed Melton. I am a licensed real estate broker in the state of Oregon, working with Realty One Group Discovery in Bend. So, a couple of big things that happened over the last several days. Inflation came in a little hotter than they were predicting. Food prices are up. Gas may have moderated a bit, but all indications are that as we head later into the fall and early winter, that those prices will come back up. But as a result, there's a lot of speculation that the Federal Reserve will be raising interest rates again. The overnight rate, 75 basis points. There's even some speculation that they might raise it a full percent, 100 basis points. Hard to say, but at this point, 75 basis points seems almost a certainty. Mortgage rates have also come up as a result of all the speculation on what's going on in the market. The last that I looked, they were 6.33%. If you talk to local lenders, there's a good chance that you'll be able to find a lower rate. And also there are some buy downs out there where you can pay more upfront to get a lower rate. That really depends on your view of where the market is heading. If you think that the Fed is going to have to back off of raising rates and everything's going to come down in a few months, it might not be worth paying that up front. If you think that rates are going to stay high for an extended period of time, that buy down might make perfect sense. So speaking of buying, I'll talk about sellers in a second. The other thing that came out this last week was the maximum rate increase for landlords in 2023. And actually, I think that starts here in the fall when that actually resets. But in Oregon in 2019, there was a law passed that capped how much landlords of existing properties could raise the rent. In 2020, I think that was 9.7%. 2021, I believe it was 9.1, 9.2. Yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, the number came out at 14.6%. Oh my gosh. So if you're paying $1,500 a month, you're going to see potentially a $200 a month rent increase. So for people that are selling, that is going to keep prices firm, because if rents are high and people are looking at homes to purchase, why would home purchases be dramatically less than what somebody's going to pay for rent? It just doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's not usually the way that the market works. For your renters out there, if you've been on the fence about buying and are waiting for home prices to crash, I don't really see that happening. I've talked about that for many, many weeks now. If you go back and read some of my weekly emails for the last, couple of months, you'll see my opinions on that. But if your rent is going up 14.5%, that could make the calculus for whether you buy or rent make more sense. Depending on what you're paying for rent, whether you like where you are. And we also have seen home prices have kind of backed off a little bit, especially below the median sale price in Deschutes County. So if you've been looking in that 500,000 price range or less, I've seen a lot more really nice homes showing up in the 400s that were previously well into the 500s. So the market is not crashing. We're just seeing significantly reduced buyer demand in those price points because of mortgage interest rates. So those are all things to take into consideration. Um, Everybody's situation is different. Your personal finance, your job security, whether you own a home that you love and you're looking at a second home, whether you're selling a home and relocating, or as I just mentioned, whether you're a renter and considering buying into the Deschutes County market. Whatever the case may be, if you need some insight into what's going on locally and where you stand, give me a call. Reach out. 541-408-6625. Once again, Reed Melton, licensed real estate broker in Oregon. I would love to help you make a good determination for you, whether that means that you wait for several months or decide to continue renting or dive into the market and want to look at some homes. I'm here to help, and I want to be your real estate agent. There's obviously a lot of agents out there, so you have a plethora of people to choose from. But if you're into numbers and the more analytical side of things, I'm your guy. If you like to look at homes and get somebody's opinion that has experience in the past of working in construction and understands structures and homes and properties, I'm also your guy. So, hey, it sounds like I've got a lot to offer you. Give me a call and find out if you feel the same. Thanks, and have a great weekend. I'm sure it'll warm up later today once this fog burns off, but right now, it's cold. Have a great day.